There are different types of contracts in United Kingdom: full-time and part-time contracts, fixed-term contracts, agency workers, zero-hour contract, employing family, volunteers and voluntary staff, employing young people, full-time and part-time contracts. An employer should provide written employment contract, statutory leave, payslips, statutory breaks, statutory sick pay, maternity or paternity benefit and leave. Employer should also ensure that employee does not work more than it is allowed, pay at least minimum wage, has liability insurance, ensure safe working conditions, be registered with Her Majesty Revenue and Customs to pay salaries, taxes and social security contributions, consider elastic form of employment at the request of the employee, avoid discrimination. Part-time workers are treated equally as full-time workers, so they are entitled to the same hourly rate, equal access to company's pension system, equal access to leave and maternity leave, equal right to sickness benefits, equal access to trainings, fixed-term contracts, which lasts for a certain length of time, or when specific tasks is completed, or when specific event takes place. It is set in advance. Agency workers. An employer pays workers' remuneration to the agency. The agency is responsible for working time. You also have the same rights as your permanent colleagues to use any shared facilities and services provided by your employer. After 12 weeks in the job, you qualify to the same rights as someone employed directly. This is known as equal treatment. So you are entitled to equal pay, automatic pension enrollment and paid annual leave. Zero-hour contract. These contracts become increasingly commonplace in United Kingdom. Employer doesn't have to provide you with work. Instead, work is provided on an as required basis. You only receive paid for hours actually worked. Employing family. If an employer hires a family member, he must avoid special treatment in terms of pay and working conditions, pay tax and national insurance contributions, follow working time regulations if he hires younger family members, has employer's liability insurance to cover young family member, check here, if he needs to provide them with a workplace pension scheme, volunteers and voluntary staff. If an employer takes them, he is responsible for their health and safety, and he must give them inductions and training. Employing young people. The youngest age a child can work part-time is 13 years old. There are special rules about their working time and jobs they are allowed to do. Check this website to find out more. Young workers are entitled to special rights, like statutory maternity pay and ordinary statutory paternity pay if they qualify as a result of their continuous employment, paid time off for study and training, redundancy pay